you work a 9 to 5 and you still broke, I'm gonna help you. Just stay tuned to the video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'm about to drop some real gems. YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Turbo, and it's my first video. I'm gonna be talking to y'all that work a 9 to 5, that still broke, and you don't know how to manage your money. I'm gonna help you. I'm 28 years old. I run my own business as of right now. I do a lot of different things for money, so I'm kind of letting y'all in on how y'all can level up, even with a 9 to 5, because once upon a time I worked a 9 to 5. This is my first business, and it's going okay. It's going pretty well. So I just want y'all to lock in. Make sure you subscribe if you want to learn about money management, motivation, things of that nature. This is the channel for you. If you tired of being in subjection and feeling like you got a heavy weight on your shoulders working this 9 to 5, and you don't know how to make your money work for you, this is the channel for you. So make sure you subscribe, like the video. Also hype the video up. If you go where the comment section is and you swipe over, it's gonna say hype the video. It's gonna get it out to a whole bunch of people that want to see this information. So when it comes to working a 9 to 5, you go to work, you come home, you wait for the weekend to have your fun. I'm gonna show you why you work a 9 to 5 and you still broke. Don't think that you the only person that's dealing with this. It's millions of people out here, especially in America, that work jobs that aren't where they want to be, living lives that they don't see for themselves. You know what I mean? And truthfully, you can change it, but you have to do a few things that's going to help you in the long run. So I would say one of the first things that you have to come to agreement with is that the money that you making should only be spent for bills, necessities in life, like food. And when we say food, we talking about going to the grocery store, not eating out and having all the, the all the bells and the whistles. Like, not right now. You gotta lock in. I would say if you can do it for 90 days and just take that extra money and put it up, I'm telling you, over a 90-day course, you'll see how much money you can save. This will help you get to your first $1,000 fast. A lot of people, most people in America don't have $1,000 to their name. So if something were to happen, they wouldn't be able to handle that emergency, even if, you know what I'm saying, if they wanted to. The second thing I would say is when you work in your 9 to 5, you can either take all the extra money and, put it in a shoebox, put it in a savings account. I feel like personally, if you do save your money, you should put it in a brokerage account. Now, a brokerage account is where you can store your money and invest in what they call ETF funds. So what you do is, or mutual funds, what you do is, let's say you got $25. You can put it on there, load it up on the Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, whatever brokerage you want to use. And what you do is you find mutual funds or ETFs where they have multiple companies under one name, under one entity. So instead of just investing in Nike or Meta, then you can invest in multiple companies under one tag. This will help you put your money in a spot that over time is going to go up. The market go up and down. So it's just somewhere where you can make your money multiply. Some mutual funds and ETFs pay dividends where you can reinvest the dividends. So basically, if you put $25 in, and this is just simple math, this is not actual, but if you had $25 and you put it in a mutual fund that gives you a 3% dividend yield, then that means every year or every quarter or whatever they dividend payment process is, then you get that percentage of what you invested every quarter, year, month, whatever that payment cycle is, and you just reinvest it. So this allows your money to grow and not lose its value from what is it called, from inflation. So you always want your money to work for you. If you aren't putting your money in the right spots, you're going to have a hard time growing your money. And this is just basic, like, all right, I have a little extra money, let me just put it here and forget about it. Like, this is money that you don't even need to think about. And you look up a year later and you got all this money, or you got whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? This is something you could do on your own pace. You don't have to have a lot of money to do this, but you have to have the discipline to leave the money in there, which leads me to my next point. If you are working a 9 to 5 and you still broke, it's because you have no discipline. Take it from me, I was undisciplined. Sometimes I still am, but you have to either think about having fun now or having fun when you're older. And at the rate of how everything is going right now, things are going to get more expensive. The wealth gap is increasing, so ain't really no middle class no more. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be left behind in that regard. You got to make sure that you sacrifice now so that you can go and enjoy your life when you in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and when you older. You know what I'm saying? So always make sure that you sacrifice. You got to take sacrifice. You can't you're not going to be able to have fun if this is something you want to do. If you want to reach your first $1,000, your first 5,000, your first 10,000, you making the money. You know what I'm saying? But you spending it on alcohol, weed, you spending it on clothes, shoes, whatever it is. You might have a girl or a partner that is taking your money. You know what I'm saying? And that's life. You know what I mean? But you have to be willing to make that sacrifice so that you can have a foundation, because foundation is everything. If you have a house on a weak foundation, that house is coming down. As soon as an emergency happen, anything, boom, you out of luck, and you don't want to be in that position. So another thing that I would say is, when you're working at 9 to 5, when you get off work, what you do after that is what you need to focus on more. When you go to work, don't burn yourself out. Do your job, do a good job, but don't try to go above and beyond unless you know for a fact that they looking at you to move up. And even then, just do the job, come home. That way, when you get home, you're not burnt out and you can actually put time into what you really want to do in life. So, for example, me, when I was working a 9 to 5, I was working on my business. I was working on, okay, how can I obtain this? How would I do this? Or how can I get the capital to be able to leave my 9 to 5? And when I do make that decision, will I have some money afterwards once I make that initial investment? So if things don't go according to the plan, I have a safety net. I did that. Another thing that I do on the side, I'm doing YouTube on the side, extra income, you know what I mean? And you have to be willing to use your abilities, your God-given abilities, your talents, whatever you were blessed with in whatever fashion, you need to monetize it. I played college basketball, you know what I'm saying? So I use TikTok and I make money on TikTok using my gift and teaching players, different things, you know what I mean? So YouTube, TikTok, man, reselling things, you gotta find a hustle. That hustle is it's gonna supplement what you got going on. Like you work, you get your check, you got your bills, you put it in, your leftover money. You ain't gotta put all of it, but a good chunk of it into, a mutual fund where you're gonna get dividends that you can reinvest. Now you got money multiplying. Every time you get paid, it's multiplying. You're not even thinking about it. Then you got TikTok. You making money on there. You doing social media. You using your gift, your ability, your talent to get you paid. And it take time, yeah, but that's what that time after work is for. If you want it, you gonna do it, and you gonna love the results. Cause there's a lot of times where I was down on my luck in my business, and the social media money helped me. You know what I'm saying? The reselling, the items that I've resold made me money. You know what I'm saying? And it was perfect timing. And you just have to figure out what is your thing. What is it going to be? How are you going to apply it to your life, and how does it work for you? The good thing about it is working a 9 to 5, you still have time, but it's what you do with your time. That's what's most important. If you ain't making time for you and you just going to work and you coming home, don't get me wrong, you could save money and you can make money. You can move up in the company. You could keep on, investing your leftover money and, sacrifice and still get to that point. But you want to exhaust all your options. You don't have to focus on one thing. You don't have to be subject to one avenue of income or one stream of income. If you take your time, you put the work in daily, consistently, and you keep doing it, you keep watering the plant, eventually some fruit is going to come upon that tree and you're going to be able to eat. So that's it for the video, man. I hope that somebody out there is hearing what I'm saying. I'm telling you, if you aren't following or you aren't subscribed right now, after this video, I'm almost positive that you subscribe, because the information that I'm giving y'all going forward is going to take y'all from here to here. Stuff that I did myself. So make sure you like the video. Any questions, comment, I got you. Also talk amongst each other in the comments, man. Help each other out. If it's somebody that know more than you and they giving you good game, thank them for that information, and bounce ideas. So that's it for the video, YouTube. I'm Turbo. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.